Hi team, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. My name is Janet. Today's workout is all standing. It is basically just to move your body. So I don't know about you, but this year I have decided that I'm going to do a bit more stepping in my day. So trying to get up to maybe 10,000 or even 15,000 steps in a day. But there are times where maybe the weather outside is a little bit crummy. You can't go outside, or you've had a busy day at work and you just can't seem to move, but it's the middle of the night and you still are like a few thousand steps away from reaching your goals. Well, this workout is for you. No equipment is required, maybe just a little bit of space. You can do this with shoes or no shoes on, that is totally up to you. As always, if you enjoy these types of videos where it's low impact or it's all standing, just let me know by leaving some comments below. Maybe liking this video and of course subscribing to my channel, as it will really help my small channel to grow. Now just find a little bit of space in the house team and let's get started. Okay, we're going to start with a standing position, obviously, because it's all standing today, with just a quick warm up for about a minute, just to make sure your body is all ready. Take a nice long deep breath in and then exhale out, reaching the arms up above the head each time. Inhale to rise, exhale to drop and soften up the knees, lean towards that left side, come back in, reach and then come over to the right side. Just starting to warm up through the sides of the body as well as the arms and legs. Nice low impact, nothing too strenuous. Okay, starting to draw a little circle with the arms. Upwards, we go right to left. And then you're gonna go left to right. Obviously, if you can't go as low as I am doing in the videos, just go to where you feel comfortable, depending how tight your hamstrings are feeling. As your body gets warmer, your range will start to change. All right, we're gonna step that right leg behind you and then left leg behind you, reaching up. First move is coming up with a step touch side to side. 50 seconds on, 10 seconds rest. Marching in the middle if you wish to. Of course, you can always have a drink of water in that 10 seconds rest, or keep going. Arms are just moving forward and back. If you add arms and legs together, it will always help with burning more calories and raising the heart rate a little bit faster. Anytime you feel like the arms are getting a little bit too coordinated and you don't know what your arms and legs are doing, you just pop your hands down and focus on the legs today until you've got that rhythm going. Perfect, so that's the 10 seconds marching on the spot. As you can see out of the bottom, that is your next move. We're going to reach up and then across. A little bit slower than the video, fasten it up. So up, and across, and across. And then the legs are just simply tapping out to the side each time you're moving the arms. Like I said, if this is confusing, you just pop your hands on the hips, start with the legs first, and maybe just reaching the arms in the one direction. So I go up for 2, side across the chest for 2, but you can just do up to the roof the whole time. It's just to give you a little bit of variety, sweeping the arms forward and then upwards, but feel free to. Just one of the arm movements is fine, but make sure you're alternating both sides of the arms to make it nice and even in your body. Good, marching on the spot there for 10 seconds. We're going to move over to that left side. We're just going to step wide and reach on up, coming up on your tippy toes as we reach. So wide step, reach, wide step, reach. So because my toes are always going to be on the ground and I'm just lifting up my heels, it's going to warm up through my calves, of course, but it also is safe for the knees because there is no jumping off the floor, keeping it low impact. If you do have shoes on or you've got quite a squishy mat and you want to add a little bit more, you can definitely jump it up and take your whole feet and heels off the floor, or both of them together, just the whole foot lifting off the ground. That just makes it slightly a bit more higher impact workout for you today. Good. All right, we're coming up to that next marching on the spot now. 10 seconds.
So anytime you get to bring in your arms, it always sort of heightens the workout a little bit. All right, so the feet are just going to tap, and you are just doing big circles. Round and round we go. Legs are quite wide, wider than your shoulders, and just tapping side to side, shifting the body weight from one leg to the other. Good, big arms, nice and straight. Shoulder joints as well to increase your mobility. So the better mobility that you have in your body, the less likely you get injuries, because your body can actually move in those directions, and you tend to have like more elongated muscles, so they don't easily snap or get uncomfortable or tight. Alright, marching on the spot there. Moving back over to that left side, because we're going to do a 2-step with a lift of the knee. Arms again can stay on the hips, so 2 steps across, inside knee comes up. This is just to show you the less coordinated movement. And then if you are bringing the arms, it's going to go 2 arms up and down, and then you are pulling the arm down towards that leg that is coming up, turning your chest towards that direction. 1, 2, and twist. 1, 2, and twist. Obviously, the quicker you go in the movement, the more steps you will get in the workout, the more likely you'll obviously lift your heart rate up. Of course, if you're feeling a little bit tired today, or this is just your first few times doing this, maybe take it a little bit slower if you need to as well. Good, marching on the spot there. Alright, we're going to turn towards that left side, and the right knee is going to just pull in, arms are going to come up. So that knee is going to come up a little bit, and your foot is flicking towards the backside. Little flicks, nice and quick. Again, like I said, the faster you go, obviously the more cardio you are lifting, but you can also take it a little bit slower if you need to. And again, you can take the arms out of it if you feel like your heart rate is getting up a little bit too fast there. Good. All right, try to keep the motion. Keep the same pace the whole time if you can. Good, marching on the spot. Alright, we're going to do the same thing just on the other side. So you're going to lean into your right leg, and your left knee comes up a little bit, and your foot flicks towards the backside. Nice and quick. It's like you're trying to get your heels to hit the butt. But in a nice way, obviously, not too aggressive. Good. All right, keep up the pace. As we get tired, we tend to slow down a little bit, or we start to daydream about other things. So start to keep up that momentum the whole time, because it's not a very quick work. It's not a very long workout, this whole one. It's quite quick, so you can take it up a little bit a notch. Walking on the spot now. 10 seconds. You can even jog on the spot or skip a little bit. All right, we're gonna keep your left leg tight, and then just keep stepping out and pushing the arm in the same direction. It's a little bit of a cheerleader move, really. Not that I would know. We don't have cheerleaders here in Australia. But, you know, a bit aerobic sized. Maybe aerobics from the 80s if you ever did it. Stepping out and then flicking that arm into the side that you are going to. Vigorous arms and leg moving at the same time. Good, marching on the spot there. Alright, we're just doing the same thing on the other side. So this time your left leg is going to go out, right arm is going to move. If you ever saw my preview, it looks like it's going very fast just because I sped it up so I can show you the extra moves. If you want to go as fast as that, you can, or you can come with me on this pace, or you can actually slow it down. Tap, 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 keeping the arm nice and high to shoulder height. And it's quite nimble on the leg that is stepping out. It's just a toe, tap out and then bring it back in. And always a little bend in the standing leg so that your joints are feeling nice and comfortable as you're stepping out and in. Nice, team, marching on the spot there. Alright, we're going to kick the feet in front. We have the arms shooting in the same direction, alternating legs. Nice and quick. Flicking it forward, arms crossing just in front of you. Again, keep your legs nice and bent. One leg goes out, one leg stays bent. And then shifting the weight again side to side. But all that flicking is coming to the front of you. Flick, flick, flick. Good. Keep up the momentum as before. Heel is just tapping to the ground. Toes are flexing towards the shins there. Good, marching on the spot. Alright, we're going to stay with the right side. So you're going to twist to the right, knee comes in, and then you're going to kick that leg out. So knee in, and then kick forward. Twist and kick, twist and kick. So that kicking of the leg and also knee lifting off the ground doesn't have to be very far off the floor. If balance is not your strong point, it is totally fine. You can just lift it a little bit off the ground, but it's important, obviously, as you get older, to work on your balance. These sort of movements will help work on those muscles that stop you from basically falling over, and it's a good thing to practice because we don't do it often in our day-to-day lives, to be able to shift the body weight to one leg and then the other and keep one leg in the air for a little bit longer than the other one. Also works your core at the same time with that kicking. Alright, let's walk. Marching on the spot. I was just checking on my steps. Alright, we're doing the same thing on the other side. Twist and kick, twist and kick. So because this is quite a short little workout, it's about 15 to 16 minutes. In the number of steps that I calculated, you get to be about 2,500 to 3,000 steps from doing just that 15 minutes. Obviously, if you want to increase it, you can do it again, or find one of my longer or standing cardios. Or if you move a little bit faster, you also get more steps in. But like I said earlier, if you just need to move that body because you've been stationary all day, get your steps up to your 10,000 goals maybe a day, and you're just short of about 2,000 to 3,000, you can do this little workout. So you don't have to just stand there and shake your body side to side or march on the spot the whole time. So it's a little bit more interesting for your day. Alright, the next one is a tap back. So I'm turning on the side just so you can see. We can still face exactly the same way. Both of them goes up above the head and then tap the toes back. So I don't know about you, with the watch that I have that keeps track of my steps, I need to be moving my arms and my leg generally to get that to register the number of steps. Alright, nice and fast. Stepping it back, the other leg is bent. Bending the knees works the muscles, not the joints, which is why I guess there's always a little bit of a bend knee for your body there. Good, marching on the spot. Alright, it's the step, touch, side to side, like you're jumping over a puddle. Some of you who've done aerobics, it's a little bit of a pony that they call it. So you're going to go to the side and then tap the other foot inwards, wide step. And then the other leg just taps in to the side of the foot, side to side. And then you're always landing on that leg with the bent leg because you want to not have too much of a shock through the body as you landing quite softly. You don't want to be sort of stiff and rigid as you're landing. You want to always put some of that sort of bounce into the muscles, over the joints. Better for you that way. Great, marching on the spot. Alright, we're going to flick the feet up and we're going to bring the arms down, alternating side to side. Pull the arms downwards and then it helps you, I think, to lift the legs, kicking your heels towards your butt. Alternating side. Kick, 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 kick. Moving and shifting again side to side. Always good to take one leg off the ground, putting the weight into the other. So a lot of people come to me and say they're really bad at balancing. These are the sort of moves you can start to do and inject into your sort of exercising, which takes weight into one foot than the other. It will hopefully strengthen out your legs. Doing a barefoot sometimes strengthens the foot muscles because there are muscles in there, and also flexibility to be able to move different parts of that feet, maybe to the edge, to the back, and marching on the spot. Alright, we've got the last 2 minutes to go. It is a fast march on the ground, swinging your arms, stepping fast in the legs. Like I said, the faster you go, the more steps you get. So if you can go a little bit faster than me, you might get up to about 3, maybe even past 3,000 steps in this workout that you just did. Marching on the spot, swinging the arms. I'm going to do this twice. Once we've done it, I'll just do a quick stretch with you, and then you can be on your merry way. Unless you find that you haven't quite hit the 10,000 or 15,000 or 20,000 of steps you're aiming for, in which case, just rewind back and maybe do a little bit more just to get you there if you need to. Good, jogging quickly. We're going to slow it down for 10 seconds just so that you can catch your breath. Or you can keep going at that fast speed and do it for 2 minutes because I've got another minute coming up. Just jogging maybe a little bit more vigorously because this is your last minute of this workout. So jogging on the spot. If you are still here, thank you so much for sticking with me for the whole time. And of course, pats to yourself, claps to yourself for finishing off that workout today. Wherever you are on your journey, whether you are an active person and you just need a little bit of a movement, or this is your first time just trying to work out at home, good job. Either way, wherever you are is fine as long as you keep it consistent and keep it moving. Alright, your last 10 seconds of jogging fast. Maybe pick it up a little bit of speed. Let's get a little bit more of a ramp up right till the end. Jog, 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 jog. 10 seconds just to cool it down now, or keep jogging if you need to. I'm just turning to the side so you can see while I stretch out your legs a little bit from that movement. Alright, we're going to step that right leg back. Left leg is going to be behind you, nice and straight, pushing the heels down. And then extending back, just release off the front leg, and then we go back in again. Just to get a little bit of a deeper stretch. Each time I push down, I take that exhale out, tip your hips back, toe comes in, and then I relax it, just so I can stretch out that right leg into your hamstrings. Some of you might find if you do a lot of sitting, the hamstring gets quite tight. Hands can reach to the toes if you can get there. Otherwise, you reach to the leg. No stress where you go. Left leg in front, right leg behind you. Tip back, release, and then drop down into the front knee. Come back and forward. Like I said, breathe out when the extension of the muscles are coming. Inhale as you release a little bit. And then you just keep holding it there. And back to your hamstrings, forward and tip back. Toes curled in. Good. Hands can stay where it is. Otherwise, reach down towards the toes. Reach where you can. Stretching out there, the back of that thigh. Take a deep breath in, reaching up. Exhale out, push the hands back a little bit, looking upwards. And you are done. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.